Hello. Hello. On Monday, May the 27th, I am uploading a video even I didn't really plan on making, but decided to do it anyway. Trying the Buc-ee's beaver nuggets. So, we're gonna see how that goes. It's processing in Corel right now. You gotta edit out all of my chewing. It's 7 o'clock now. I think it was like 6 o'clock when I started the other video. Because, of course, after Sean left yesterday, I slept and slept and slept some more. Yeah. So that's why, even when I went to check, I was like, it's 6 a.m., right? Not 6 p.m.? I didn't just totally sleep through Monday? No, I haven't slept through Monday. But I figured while I had my whole setup here ready to go, I might as well just go ahead and answer today's question and see if it's any better. So, let's find out. What slang word are you tired of hearing? So fucking many of them. Like, what did you think I said? She just looked at me. I was like, so many of them. Apparently, Macy likes the slang of today's youth. I don't. Do I even know? Am I even that hip? Am I hip enough to know the slang for today? Like, when Mom and I were, I may have already told this story. When Mom and I were at Culver's for Mother's Day weekend. There was some little baby in there, and it was a kid at that age. Like, they just don't know, and some people grow up and still don't know when, like, she was getting so much attention, and people were laughing to begin with, because she was over there. She was like, "Bussin'," and everybody would laugh, haha, it's so cute. But then she did it for like 5 minutes straight, and it's like, can I slap your child? Like, I mean, I know you kind of want to, probably. Like, shut up, But it's like, so she just like kept saying it, and it was kind of one of those like, oh yeah, it's cute, haha, funny, funny, funny. But then like she just kept saying, "Bussin'," and I'm like, yes, it's bussin', I suppose. But I don't even think the kids say that. Sometimes I will say things. Like one time, Jordan, he was my designated white girl, and he would teach me things. But he was like, we were sitting at break, and he's like, my eyebrows are on fleek today. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me? So Jordan taught me what on fleek meant. So I need a new designated white girl to teach me these things, because I don't know. I don't know. I never really said, I don't know, like I grew up in the 90s. Did 90s kids have their sayings? Have their own slang? We just kind of said things were cool, or maybe rad. Like, oh, it's so rad. But I don't remember saying anything was rad. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, I still say that today. I utilize cool beans. I do. Because I'm cool beans. You know what I mean? I guess, well, everything back then was like, extreme! Like, if you, that's got to be on YouTube somewhere. The Extreme Bugs Bunny. Like, they were coming out with that new show that was like taking the Looney Tunes in an extreme new direction. Like everything, I think, like maybe late 90s. I don't know, maybe mid to late 90s. Everything extreme. Everything's so extreme. Like, I guess maybe that's part of what Jolt Cola was about. I don't know. But yeah, there's that like Extreme Bugs Bunny. You might look that up. If I remember, I might try to find it myself and like link it down below. But I think there was like 2 or 3 of those, but I don't know. So I don't feel like I ever really followed the crowd on anything. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool, whatever. But I don't remember I mean, maybe 90s kids had their own. I remember Ghost Rider. Not like Nicolas Cage, like Ghost Rider, but Ghost Writer, Writer, PBS show with a ghost that would rearrange letters and help the kids solve mysteries. That Ghost Rider. There was one time where Jamal went to France, I think it was, or the UK. Maybe it was the UK. And the girl was like, "Oh, that's so fresh." And he's like, basically it meant, like, cool, whatever, like, "Oh, that's so fresh." And Jamal was like, "What does that mean?" And she explained it or whatever. So I tried to bring fresh. It's just stop trying to make fresh happen, like I kind of like tried to start dropping that, but then I would forget and I would just say cool anyway. It's like, "Oh, that's cool," I was like, "Oh, never mind. Fresh isn't happening." And I remember the first time I said it around my cousin, he was like, "What the fuck? What did you say?" So maybe I felt judged in that moment, and I decided to let fresh go because it just, nobody knew what I was saying. I think I only dropped it a few times, but then, like I said, I forgot, and it's like, oh yeah, I just cool. Like, that's all I've ever said. So I don't even necessarily know that I knew the slang of my own day that I was supposed to be saying, but now it's just like there's just so, like, every other day you're hearing some new stupid fucking word that it's like, what? I heard it. What was? I just heard one the other day, and I haven't heard it since. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know all of it. Just all of it. Because it seems like I don't know. Maybe it's the ADHD generation or whatever, but I don't like the words just don't really seem to stick anymore. It's just kind of like, oh, we want to have our own saying, so we're going to come up with something, and then we come up with something, and then like it's utilized for barely any time at all before they move on to whatever the next stupid word is to come up with. I don't know. None of them seem to stick anymore, I guess. Not like bussin' was the last one, maybe, that I can think of. But there again, I don't have my designated white girl anymore to tell me these things. So, and Minxie's no help at all. Are you, Minxie? She's not. She knows meow and meow, and every once in a while she does that. She does squeaky mews. Maybe that's her slang term. That's her bussin', I suppose. I don't know. So yeah, most of the I guess there's no cap. I'm not wearing a cap or any sort of hat at the moment. That one stuck, I guess, because I've heard that one more than once. But yeah, some of them I hear them like once, maybe twice. It's not enough to remember that it's an actual like real word or saying, and then it's just poof, gone, and then they move on to whatever the next stupid thing is to say that's different than, I don't know. It just all moves too fast. The world just moves too fast for me anymore. I just sound older and older every day. I don't know. So I really don't know any new slang that I can think of that. I'm probably like 2 years behind in my, young people quoting. Maybe I just shouldn't do it. I mean, I hear words every once in a while, but I mean, we have a lot of young people who work on overnights, but I don't hear any of it, I guess. They don't say any of it, or I don't talk to them enough to hear it in regular conversation. I don't know. Maybe they can't even keep up with it. I don't know. So basically any new word that I hear is like, why are you saying that? Are you having a stroke? Should I call someone? Basically. So all of it, I suppose. But maybe that's just because I'm old. But there's again, like I said, I don't really remember using the slang of my own generation, so I guess it doesn't. How far back does cool go? Because that's basically all. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How far back does that? It's classic, very classic. Coke classic, not new Coke. No one liked that. Keep that in mind, kids. But I don't know. So, whatever, man. Whatever. But anyway, it's already flashing at me, so I am out of battery power. So, and I've given you plenty to watch lately, but I have answered today's question. And so, yes, toots, toots, toodaloos, toot, 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 toot. And I'll see you for what I see you.